Hi, I'm Steve Sample with Bama Talk. Don't miss a single episode of Bama Talk Show, available now on iTunes, Stitcher, or your favorite podcast app, and on the web at bigbrainsmedia.com.
This is your Weather Xtreme video for Saturday, September the 14th. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters. Thanks for tuning in. There's a look at the Skycam network this morning from Cheehaw. We're starting the day off on a rather brisk note this morning with some spots, especially in northeast Alabama, reaching the upper 40s. There's a look from the Skycam at Tuscaloosa. Once again, a beautiful, clear sunrise. Cold front we've been looking for has finally traversed the area down along the Gulf Coast, and surface high pressure from up around the eastern Great Lakes is taking hold, along with a nice trough over the eastern half of the country. Unfortunately, this taste of fall is going to be rather short-lived, and it is a nice taste of fall, as most locations in central Alabama will be seeing the 50s for lows this morning. So if you step outside, it's going to be a refreshing change with a nice cool start. Cool start on Sunday morning too, but looks like the trough will be out of here fairly quickly. QPF for the next 5 days, not really showing much in the way of precipitation over much of the southeastern U.S., although we do note that big bullseye of just below 10 inches south of Brownsville down there as a result of Ingrid. Storm Protection Center not outlooking any organized severe storms for today, for day 1, or for day 2 or 3. And for our tropics, we've become a little bit more active. Now, Umberto is down to a tropical storm and expected to become post-tropical today. And there's the track for Umberto, going to stay well out in the Atlantic as it becomes post-tropical. Ingrid, on the other hand, is likely to become a hurricane later today or this evening, as it continues to drift a little bit to the north-northeast this morning. Probably will begin to curve back toward the west for later this evening and into Sunday, and then make it ashore probably late Sunday on the Mexican coast. Now, here's the 06Z GFS model run, and fairly tranquil pattern in store for us, although some challenges for our forecast. High pressure today will keep things very, very nice, so if you're headed out for a football game at Texas A&M, or you're headed for Auburn, both of those locations in pretty good shape. Going to be warm at Texas A&M, but cooler over at Auburn. For the upper air pattern on Sunday, we see that our trough that brought us this cooler air is moved off quickly as we see it out over the, almost the southeastern Canadian provinces there. We're being replaced, that pattern being replaced with a bit of an elongated ridge, but we do have a nice trough moving through the Great Lakes. Now that trough digs in a little bit, but the ridge holds a little bit stronger, so I think basically the next frontal system will come down into the Ohio River Valley Monday and Tuesday and pretty much wash out. By Tuesday, we're still under a ridge as that second trough is now out into the Atlantic. By Wednesday, we're under a bit of a ridge once again as the pattern has somewhat flattened. And with that, while we do have the front down into the area, we see a slight uptick in the moisture. And yes, Wednesday we might see an isolated shower, but I think the chances are fairly slim. Thursday, we begin to watch the next upper trough close low coming across south central Canada, and that should dig in Friday. And as it does, I think that we'll see a nice front come into the Ohio River Valley, providing some impetus for some showers and thunderstorms up that direction. But by Saturday, that trough is forecast to deepen and strengthen as it digs into the eastern U.S., and that will bring the front down into the area. So I think our next good chance for really some rain is likely to come probably Saturday. Now, timing could be an issue. As always, we're out at the edge of voodoo country, so timing of that might be an issue or so. And looking out into voodoo country, the nice news here is that as we head toward the end of September, it does look like we should be in a coolerish pattern. Not sure that's a word, but anyway. So a trough over the eastern half of the country with the somewhat semi-permanent ridge we've seen over the western part of the country. Well, that'll do it for the Weather Xtreme video for this Saturday. I expect to have the next one posted first thing on Sunday morning. In the meantime, be sure to stay tuned to the blog for updates on the weather, although, like I say, it's going to be somewhat tranquil for central Alabama for this weekend. Be sure to cheer on your team and have a great day. Godspeed.
Thank you for trusting us to be your #1 source for news
in all of Central Alabama.
in back-to-back ratings periods.
More people watched ABC 3340
than any other station in Birmingham.